Truly don't understand how your type can be someone outside of your race. I can see if you just date every and anybody, but I don't understand how Black men just happen to be everyone's type. That just beyond me. So today we are going to be talking about a conversation that can push a couple of buttons, that definitely sometimes is going to give you bitter Black bitch vibes, but I promise you that's not it. This is just my personal opinions on how I feel about certain things, and that certain thing is interracial relationships, dating, and marriage, specifically talking about Black dudes dating white girls and other non-Black women. I am not against interracial dating in any kind of way, so please do not think that that's what I'm talking about. I'm just saying that it is sometimes a sight that makes sore eyes. If you disagree with me, if you agree with me, please let me know. If you disagree with me, please let me know in the comments down below. Please remember to actually listen to what I'm saying and not take this the wrong way. This is kind of just my personal opinion, and it might be an unpopular one. Stay tuned. Now that I've got you right here, 'cause I got you sprung off in a fuck all your free time. Good morning, hi, hey. It is 8 o'clock here in the west side of life. I look a little bit crazy right now. I'm not really going anywhere. I'm just here to film this video. I'm not here to spew any hate, but I am definitely going to say that this is going to be triggering for some. This video is definitely not for everyone, but the people who it's for will definitely know and just might agree with me. Now, we're all entitled to our differing opinions, so you guys let me know in the comments, or you all let me know in the comments what you think about this. But I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Sometimes it irks my soul to see Black men with non-Black women. Does anyone feel me on that? Like, I have absolutely nothing against interracial dating, interracial marriage. Love is love, people are people. But for some reason, I think because it is so prevalent in the Black community for Black men to date non-Black women almost exclusively, that it definitely rubs me the wrong way to see it sometimes. And that's not to say that all Black men exclusively date non-Blacks, but a good amount definitely does. Yeah. Like, even if you look at NBA players or other professional athletes, you'll see that most of them do not have a Black girl on their arm. If she is Black, then she's either really ambiguous or mixed race for sure. But you rarely see a unambiguous Black woman with high profile Black men. And because of that, these men are like the role models to, you know, the younger generations, role models to just, not role models, but yeah. Can you be a role model if you're like the same age as someone? But I guess they're the ones who set technically the gold standard for ideal dating and ideal lifestyle. Because you know how we are as people, we like to keep it up with the Kardashians. So if Lamar is dating Chloe, you need to get you a Chloe. Okay. I'm not saying this to be problematic, but it is going to come off problematic because it is kind of offensive to people. But one thing I really do not like is seeing unattractive white women with black men. Damn, that sounds really bad when I say it out loud, but I think you guys know what I mean. Like, there are black men in this world who will not date a black girl to save their life. And it's interesting because majority of the time, the kind of girls that they're picking up or preferring over black women are like the dusties of the white women community or the non-black community, specifically white women. I don't really see it with other races, but white women. And these are white women. Can we just talk about the white women who, or the non-black women who, I want to say systematically date, systematically, almost exclusively only date black men. And it's kind of like, I don't really understand how your type could be someone outside your race. I really don't understand it. Someone will have to explain it to me, but I truly don't understand how your type can be someone outside of your race. I can see if you just date every and anybody, but I don't understand how black men just happen to be everyone's type. That just beyond me. But then how black men know that black women aren't their type. Huh? I don't know. It's truly mind-boggling because it doesn't make any sense at all. What do you all think? Is it kind of weird that people have preferences that are outside of their race exclusively? I'm not saying that people can't have preferences outside their race, but it's a different thing when you're exclusively choosing to date only black guys. Because let's be honest, these are not people who are like, I date everybody. People be targeting black men to date. And just like black men target non-blacks to date. Is it just my imagination? Do you all see it too? People always talk about how black women are fetishized by white men. But can we talk about how black men are fetishized by white women and non-black women? I actually have a lot of friends and acquaintances who are non-black who almost exclusively date black men. It's actually like, because it happens to usually be my more conscious friends. It's really hard for me to claim that a non-black is conscious, even black people being conscious. I can barely claim that I'm conscious, just because it's one thing to say, another thing to practice. Like, I don't understand how people can understand what it means to fetishize someone and then go out of their way to still fetishize someone. Like, you haven't seen your last 4 boyfriends? They're all black. That's not by chance. There's no way. When we go out, you're checking for the black guys. You don't even see the white guys. You don't even see the Mexican guys. You don't even see the Latinx guys. You just looking for the black guys. And to me, that is just so interesting. That is just so interesting. And I see it so often and all the time that I am very much used to it. I don't like it, but I'm used to it. And again, I will have to reiterate that this is not anything that's anti-miscegenation. This is not anti-interracial dating. People are literally people. Race is a social construct, and therefore it doesn't really exist. We just made it exist. So it's the paradigm that we live in. So I don't fucking like it. But Obviously, if it was in like, I guess it's one of those things where it's because it's so disproportionate that is something that it's always peaked. Like, I don't know if any Black women are watching this, but like when you're like walking anywhere like in public, and usually like in more like white society, and you see a Black guy with a non-Black woman, and it's like that awkward like, and then he's like, or he's, and then she's like, there are such awkward exchanges that I know people have, but it's like never talked about, but it like happens all the time. Because I feel like it is a long-standing conversation where Black women hate it. We hate to see it. And we do hate to see it. We do hate to see it. But only because it is, in comparison to every other race, it's so disproportionate. I literally, the most common combos I see with interracial dating are Black guys with non-Black women. Non-Black is so white women. White guys with Asian women, and I can't tell you what number 3 would be, but those are definitely the 2 most common interracial dating / marriages that I come across in with my eyes, that I see quite often. But even Black guys are disproportionately with non-Blacks. I keep saying it, but hopefully next time you leave the house, you start counting. Don't count because it'll make you mad, or it'll wake you up. But there's really nothing to do about it. I just wonder, like, is this gonna be like, is this forever a thing? And if it's gonna be forever a thing, can we like boost up interracial dating so it doesn't seem weird? Because again, I reiterate, the disproportionate numbers is really what makes it strange. Because it's almost like you don't like Black girls at all, and that you prefer non-Black women over Black women, and that would just be anti-Black, misogynoir, anti-Black women, which is misogynoir, self-hate. Are these words like hitting? This is one of those conversations that's kind of a dead end. But I have heard the discourse of Black women not being seen as feminine enough, which is where this like hyper feminine, what is it called? What is it? Like the femininity. Can we call it femininity? Femininity politics comes in, where Black women are going out of their way to be feminine and hypergamous, or at least attempting to be hypergamous. But yeah, that seems to be the pushback to the interracial crisis. I can't call it a crisis. The interracial crisis, the interracial dating crisis on the end of Black men. I'm just gonna have to say it how it is and say it how I feel it. What is the outcome of all of this? Like, colorism is already a really big issue in most communities. Honestly, the path that the world is going on, especially here in America, that preference is going to be the standard. And at a certain point, people are going to stop talking about colorism, and it's just going to be the fact of life. And people are going to be bold enough to say, yes, white is right, light and bright is right, and what? Yeah. This is a random comment, but isn't it crazy that like literally all of Kris Jenner's grandbabies are like light-skinned biracial children. Isn't that crazy? That is so crazy. But they're literally going to be the face of America. Like, imagine when they're 18. You know how many of their classmates are going to be biracial too? Probably not a lot, realistically. Maybe not their classmates. Oh, it depends. It depends. But how many basketball players have biracial children? How many rappers? And not to say that they're like the gold standard, but they are the standard to which a lot of people look up to, whether subconsciously or consciously. Sure. And I mean, we see it in everyday life too. Tell me you've been down the street. Not been down the street, but you've been out and about and you haven't seen a biracial couple that consists of a black man and a non-black woman. One time I went to Roscoe's in Los Angeles, in the thick of LA, right by the airport. I was sitting with 3 of my black girlfriends, and I was like, oh my God. Every single couple in here is interracial with black men and non-black women. We're sitting at Roscoe's, and we are the only unambiguous black women in the whole spot. Can you believe that? I would say I've never seen something like that in my life. I've never seen anything like that in my life, actually. But it was crazy. It was crazy. I feel like one thing that will be said, or that I can say, is that I cannot believe how many single black women I run into. Like, all the time. I rarely meet a black woman who's in a relationship. Is that bad? This is probably not the time to continue that conversation, especially because it would make me sound salty. But it's true. It's so true. I don't really have any black female friends who are in relationships. I'm sure I can think of one. One of my friends just got married. But she's definitely an outlier. Everyone else, even the friends of my friends, are single. Isn't that crazy? The friends of my friends are single as well. I go to black girl brunch, we all single. And black girl brunch is like 10 people, 8 to 10 people. Everyone's single. Maybe not one person, but most. And that is absolutely absurd. Because we're grown. We're actually like grown. I have this one friend, and she is constantly like, I'm gonna be single forever. Like, finding someone to date is so hard. Finding quality people is so hard. I'm just like, man, you might be right. You might actually be right. I mean, yes and no. I feel like dating is pretty easy, but dating with substance, like when you're like husband finding, that stuff is hard, because no matter what age of man that you're dating, the idea of commitment is so hard for people to get their heads around. It's like sick and scary. But that's like the world we live in, where we're in like a non-committal kind of like society at this point. And unfortunately, men have all the power when it comes to taking things to the next level. And knowing fully well that they have all the power, they definitely know how to drag their feet and make people wait and wonder and guess. Ladies, if you ever feel like you're waiting, wondering, and guessing, give it 10 seconds and then dip. There's no reason that you should be waiting, wondering, and guessing if your man likes you, because it should be clear to you, period. If he has you wondering, waiting, questioning, that's not your man's, and you need to get before you catch feelings. If you haven't already caught feelings. Do people still catch feelings? I'm sure they do. But yeah. It really should not have taken me 26 minutes to do what I'm doing right now, but it has. I would want to divide this video into 2 parts, but I feel like it would be weird to end the video like looking crazy. So I might just start repeating something that I said before, just so I can mix it up a little bit better. We already talked about everything. Interracial dating. I'm really, I'm not with it. Okay, obviously I interracial date as well, but I'm really not with it when Black men do it. Man, I just seen it too much. Like, I'm telling you, like I am telling you, literally seeing a Black man with a Black woman is, I mean, if you're from like LA or something, it's probably normal. It's very normal. But if you're from like Orange County or like more multicultural, Orange County is really not multicultural. If you're in places where there's not a lot of Black people, that's definitely what you see. Like when you see a Black guy get out of his car in Orange County, you already know that man is dating a white woman somewhere in these streets. I don't really have too much to say about Black women dating white guys, because I see it happen all the time, but it is not as prevalent as people could possibly make it out to seem. I almost never ever see, not never, actually I see a lot more often these days, and they're really trying to push it in the media as well. It's so interesting. The media really does promote interracial dating between white people and Black people. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like maybe if I saw it with other races more often, it would be like normal. But I really do. I really do. But it's more rare to see 2 Black people on screen together than it is to see a white guy and a Black woman, or a Black guy, something's in my eye, or a Black guy and a white woman. Oh my God. I just had one of those strings. You know when you get like those clear strings from your like clothes? Oh, those are the hardest to get out of your eyes. But yeah. Oh my god, is it still there? Please, no. But yeah. I honestly would love to hear the male perspective on that situation, because I hear mixed results. Surprisingly enough, a lot of the Black men I've spoken to don't date white girls. You know, that puts a smile on my face. So smile. Yeah, that definitely puts a smile on my face. Not that they've never like interacted, but they just choose not to date them at all. And I'd love to hear it. I wonder how white men feel about interracial dating. Not that their opinion matters or anything, but I do wonder, like, because you know, back in the day, you know, protecting white femininity was very important to the white man. So I wonder, like, I don't care about what like older, like clearly old racist people think when they see an interracial. I want to know what millennials think, like people our age think about interracial dating between Black men, and even what they think about Black women and white men, just interracial dating in general. That's a video I would love to see on YouTube, instead of people gaslighting and pandering to Black women on TikTok about, oh, I love Black women. If I tell you, the people who literally have to say I love Black women are generally the people who have a white bitch at home. It's crazy. Excuse my language. It's absolutely crazy. In my experience, the hoteps are the no-teps, the ones that you want to duck out for and definitely look out for. Ladies, if someone calls you a Black queen, run. Unless they're white, because they don't have anything else to say. But if they're Black, run. That's a hotep. So the camera turned off again. I don't know where it stopped at, but I lined my lashes with the lash glue. I went in with the Super Stronghold 3D Lash by Eye Envy, and right now I'm just picking out 2 pairs of lashes that I think will look nice on me. I'm not going anywhere, so I want a more natural look. My mirror up and then look down and try to place it exactly where I want it. Just like that. And then I'm gonna smash them together. I know, didn't I say something about natural earlier? Gosh. So these look huge. Taking off the lashes is always risky business because it makes, the glue is already there. I had eyeliner on and it got ripped off. Luckily the glue is black, so the eyeliner that's gone is gonna be, you know, replaced. But the hard part is that your eyelashes are gonna clump up a lot more because they're covered in glue and mascara. So it's always nice to just do it right the first time.
So I'm just gonna go back over. There we go. Just gonna go back over with the glue. Let it dry for like 30 seconds. Not 30 seconds, like 10 seconds. It dries really quick.
If you have extra gunk on your lashes from removing them, you just want to rip that off a little bit just because it shows. I kind of went in too deep this way, so this time I'm going to come out a little bit more just so I have more clearance. I'm kind of use like the half lash effect, which is what I was going for the first time, and I utterly failed. Okay, so right now, as you can see, the lash is kind of like clenching down on my eyelid. So what I'm going to do is press it up with my finger and then try to press it down so it sticks more so upwards than downwards. Downwards toward the inner part. Like that. And then I'm going to clench them together once again. And there we go. I feel like my bottom lash is just not hitting the way it should.
I'm just gonna line the bottom lid. Oh my gosh, for a pop of color. Should I do the whole thing? Purple or half and half? Let me start out here first. I like that. I like that. I literally have an essay to write that I need to be writing right now. But I'm putting on makeup for YouTube. Priorities. Oh.
Oh, it kind of got down here. Oh, gonna have to leave that there. Oh, imagine having like white freckles. Do 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 do. Do, 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 do. My stomach is going crazy. And a little right here. Okay, that actually looks ridiculous. I don't know if I should go over with a different color or if I like it. I'm gonna use this orange color. I'm just gonna rub that on top of the white. More like a patting motion because it's kind of rubbing off. Yeah, I definitely like that better. The white was very dramatic. I like it on the outside. I definitely add a splash, but not on the inside. But now that I'm seeing it on the inside, I kind of want to see it on the outside. So I'm just gonna throw that in there too. Yes. Oops, oops. And that's how you get a pop of color. Alright. I'm gonna put a little more orange on top.
My stomach is literally going crazy. Alright. No extra contour on the nose. You know. I'm actually going to put a little more contour around the perimeter of my face for a little bit more dimension. Get a little chiseled.
And the never-ending makeup routine is over. Okay, now it's over. Let me turn down the light so you can see just a little bit better. Oh, I'll turn it up. So, you know, people take the pictures like this on Instagram, and then it's like super duper like glowy, but then you can't like, see anything. Yeah. So this is what we're doing. This is what we're looking like. Get up close. This lighting is really tragic. So tell me what you're thinking. Tell me what you want. Do you like the color? Do you like the face? I'm not really feeling the lashes. I would never wear lashes like this. It's just too dolly for me. My eyes are really small, so I can't do too much sometimes. And these lashes are a bit much, and not in like the snatched way, but in like the bam kind of way. All right, well, I guess thank you all for watching. If you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe. If you agree with me, like, comment, and subscribe. And if you disagree, like, comment, and subscribe. Please let me know if you like videos like this, and if you want to see any other content. I can talk about like so many things, but I never know what topics to talk about because yeah. But if you have any topics you want me to talk about, give my 2 cents on, I'd be more than happy to do it. Thank you so much. Bye.